Yesterday marked the beginning of the swearing in of the newly elected members of the 12th Parliament, which is expected to run till the 15th of May tomorrow. The exercise is a constitutional requirement under Article 81(4) of the 1995 Constitution of Uganda, which states that every elected member of Parliament must take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the oath of a member of Parliament before taking their seat or voting in the House.
I, Adeke Anna Ebaju, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. So help me God.
But the practice of oath-taking goes far beyond Parliament. Presidents, vice presidents, ministers, judges and even court witnesses are required to swear an oath or make a solemn affirmation before assuming office or giving testimony. The tradition dates back centuries to ancient kingdoms and monarchies, where subjects publicly pledged loyalty to the kings and rulers. During the colonial era, Uganda adopted the British parliamentary system, where officials swore allegiance to the British crown. Following independence in 1962, allegiance shifted from the British monarchy to the sovereign state of Uganda. The practice was later entrenched in the 1995 Constitution, requiring leaders to pledge loyalty to the Constitution and the Republic. Traditionally, those taking oath hold the Holy Book and the Bible for Christians and the Quran for Muslims, while ending with the phrase,
"So help me God."
However, the Constitution also recognizes solemn affirmations for individuals who choose not to use religious references. Both forms carry the same legal effect.
I, Moses, solemnly affirm that I will be faithful.
Under the fourth schedule of the Constitution, members of Parliament take two separate oaths: the oath of allegiance, pledging faithfulness to Uganda and commitment to defend the Constitution, and the oath of a member of Parliament, promising faithful service to Parliament and the people. Constitutional experts describe oath-taking as more than a ceremonial formality. They say it is a historical ritual of power, legitimacy, and accountability. Experts argue that by taking the oath, leaders enter into a binding social contract with Ugandans, committing themselves to uphold the law, protect the Constitution, avoid corruption, and faithfully serve the people who elected them.
Oath of allegiance is meant to reaffirm your commitment. One, to uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, because they normally take two oaths: the oath of allegiance and the oath as a member of Parliament. So is to uphold those values and to offer your allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, not to individuals. But the challenge I think we see here is that most of them are serving interests of individuals. They don't serve interests of an institution. The institution is because you, as a member of Parliament, as an elected member of Parliament, your service is seen as one of you're serving people. You have an electorate. You have members. You have a constituents that sent you to Parliament.
Why the Quran or the Bible is raised is because you have to invoke a divine being or a sacred object as a witness, because there are things you will be doing which have got a relationship with your heart. And Qasim or any other person might not see what is inside your heart. But you are saying from your sincerity of the inner part of you, there is a being which is seeing you, and that is God. And therefore, we understand as Muslims or the Christians that God spoke to us through the two divine books, the Quran for the Muslims and the Bible. So you are invoking His mighty to be always present within whatever you'll be doing in that office.
However, some observers note that while leaders publicly swear to uphold constitutional values, many later fail to live by those promises, pointing to cases of corruption and constitutional violations.
Within our laws, you are charged of perjury. You have purged what you are going to do. So you become a criminal in a way, because you made a contract. You committed yourself to something and you're not doing it. So you should be taken on legally. So this oath, the oath of office, gives an MP a legal mandate to begin his work in Parliament, while the oath of allegiance commits the MP or any other officer to serve within the confines of our laws, and that's the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, but also the rules of procedure within Parliament.
Uganda's oath-taking system has evolved through several constitutional eras, from colonial pledges to the Queen to modern patriotic affirmations centered on Republic and the Constitution. During the colonial era before 1962, members of the Legislative Council, commonly known as Legical, saw allegiance directly to the British monarch, the Queen of England, reflecting Uganda's status as a British protectorate. Following independence in 1962, Uganda adopted the Independence Constitution, which maintained allegiance to the Queen as head of state, represented in Uganda by a Governor-General. However, after Uganda became a republic, in 1963, Parliament enacted the Oath Act, which consolidated laws governing oath-taking and shifted allegiance from the British Crown to the sovereign state of Uganda. The 1967 Constitution, introduced after the political turmoil of the Pigeonhole Crisis, further redefined the oath-taking process. Members of the National Assembly pledged loyalty specifically to the Unitary Republic of Uganda and its executive presidency. Today, the 1995 Constitution provides the modern legal framework governing parliamentary oaths. Under Article 81(4), every elected Member of Parliament is required to take mandatory oath before assuming office, the office of allegiance, and the office of a Member of Parliament. Under Article 81(5) of the Constitution, no Member of Parliament is expected to sit, debate, or vote in the House before taking both required oaths. The swearing-in exercise is being administered by the Clerk to Parliament, with any delayed oath later overseen by the Speaker of Parliament.
I'm very excited to serve in the 12th Parliament of Uganda.
For now, the swearing-in ceremonies continue to not only symbolize the transfer of authority, but also the public trust placed in Uganda's leaders. Reporting for NTV Tonight, I'm Joran Paul Sonko in Kampala.